Revenge, rage, and dirty dishes. And today's three stories, they have it all. Welcome back. It's your favorite potato. So grab your snack and your emotional support plant because we got three wild Reddit stories coming your way, from a revenge plot after a divorce to a roommate dish disaster, to some petty laundry payback. So let's dive in. Story 1. Not of her own choice, a revenge story after divorce. You'll see a few revenge stories by me soon enough on this side. But let's start with this one first. I was in my 30s and I met a girl on a dating site. I'll change her name and call her Kimberly. She was a housekeeper at a local community and made a modest living. At that time, I was in network engineering, running a network of 65,000 nodes for a local hospital. Kim and I dated for almost a year, and we got engaged and soon after married. I had missed the early warning sign that she was not a person or fit for me. One day, at her house, I saw a calendar on her refrigerator with a names and description like Bob B-Day party, travel fish fry, and so on. And every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the next month or two. I asked Kim, what are all of this for? And she say, oh, those are dates for parties. What I didn't know, but I soon learned, was that dates were not suggestion or reminder, but they were directives. Well, after we got married, I soon realized this, as every weekend, sometimes in the middle of the week, I found myself at some family party, some bar, or some garage watching Kim get falling down drunk. At one family party, about 20 people, Kim got so drunk she fell down on the floor and started convulsing. Me and one of the other men went to help her and see if she need an ambulance. At least hold her head so she did not hit the concrete floor. I look at the man helping me and ask if he could help Kim into the car so I can take her back home. Kim's sister spoke up. What the hell are you doing? You're taking our entertainment away. And everyone else started chuckling. I felt bad for this family. Another night at her sister's house, I had too much to drink, so I asked, does anyone know taxi phone number? And the response I got was, why are you calling a taxi that will cost you $20? And that is the case of a beer. I say no, it will cost me $40 and $20 for the ride and $20 for the tip to the man for getting me home safe. And that I was done. There were so many incidents such as this for the next year or two. Then one night I left the party early and went home. At home, I was thinking about the $750 to $950 a month that Kim was spending on alcohol every month. That's not including the cocaine Kim bought with her own money. Soon, I got a call from Kim asking why I left early, and my response was, Kim, I think it's time I re-evaluated this marriage. I filed for divorce, and after a few months, it was final. As we were walking out of the attorney's office with the paper, she looked at me and said, I only married you for your money. That explained it a lot. Well, in Kim's housekeeper position, she had worked her way up to only cleaning the dean's office and no longer had to clean the nasty dorm toilet. Before we divorced, she told me many stories of sleeping in the mop closet, sitting at the dean's desk and listening to the radio, and all around screaming off at her job because the dean trusted her so much. We divorced right before Christmas, and Kim was a creature of habit. I knew she went to every Christmas party possible and snorted and drank as much as she could. So I waited until after New Year's and created a Yahoo email account with Susie's followed by the name of the football team of the college she worked at. I wrote an email to the dean saying, this college prides itself on zero drug tolerance policy. This college prides itself on zero drug tolerance policy, but yet at the Christmas party I saw a woman. Then described Kim's very much individualized characteristic and say she was bragging about something cocaine off the dean's desk. I described the desk because I have seen it with Kim and how she got over on the damn sleeping on the mop closet. For a long time, I didn't know what come of it, but after a few months, I noticed on the website her title changed from housekeeper to dorm cleaning staff, back to cleaning the toilet again. Then, after 6 more months, I see on the college calendar something that really surprised me that said, "Come join us with the celebration and graduation of Kimberly from her treatment program." What I can figure happened was the dean call came into the office and comforted her, most likely asked her to pee in a bottle or go to treatment. I have no idea which one it was, but she ended up in a treatment program, and I am 100% sure it was not on her own. So, on one hand, I know I was for doing this, but on the other hand, Kim got clean, and I think she still is today, some 16 years later. Okay, what a story. Like, bro went for revenge and unlocked a side quest, rehabilitation. He thought he was ruining her day, but the universe said, plot twist, character development. So I'm really glad Kim actually changed her life. So, next story, throwing my roommate's dirty dishes in her bed after she refused to clean up. Throwing my roommate's dirty dishes in her bed after she refused to clean up. I, 25 female, live with my roommate, 26 female. For the past year, she has been absolutely disgusting with the dishes. She leaves them in the sink for days, sometimes over a week. I have found moldy food, bugs, even a fork stuck to a plate which looked like a dried cheese cement. Ugh, ew. I have asked her nicely, I have left notes. I even tried doing her dishes a few times, but nothing changed. Last night was the last straw. I come home after a 12-hour shift, find the sink overflowing with her dirty dishes again. I texted her and she replied, "I'll do it when I can. Stop nagging." I completely lost it. I took every single dishes, pot, and cup and dumped them over her bed. Food scrap, mold, everything. I even poured the gross dishwater on her pillow. I ruined her bed. She came home freaked out and started screaming, called me a psycho and said I crossed the line. Now she's threatening to call the landlord and get me kicked out. I feel like she pushed me to this point. Edit. I have gone and had breakfast with my roommate and we were able to sit down and have a discussion like adults without any arguing, and obviously both apologized to each other. She let me know she has been going through a lot. Now she has been going through a lot right now, so she has been slacking off on the dishes and she didn't realize it meant so much to me, and she understands now. I told her I would buy her a new bed and this wouldn't happen again. Then all good. I appreciated all the replies and message I received to figure out what to do and how to fix my situation. I'm lucky I still have somewhere to live, and I think it should get better now anyways. We'll see. Well, that was a doozy. Oh yes, the ancient art of bedroom dish diplomacy. A bold move, but dangerous. OP must now embark on the sacred quest for a new lease before the roommate of moldy plate seek her revenge. The prophecy foretells a soggy pillow for round 2. And now, for story 3. Yell at me while I'm doing your laundry? Let me add a little something extra. Many years ago, I was married to a man who was he was also allergic to all things. One day, I was doing his laundry and had just moved a load from the washer to the dryer and was putting the next load into the washer, and he came in, complaining about something. I honestly had no idea what it was at this point. He complained and a lot of these days, and it became a white noise. So I'm standing there, sorting laundry and doing the smile and nod thing while he explained whatever I had done wrong that day when he said something about a member of my family and how he should have married her instead of me. I came from a very large extended family. My cousins and I were consistently compared to each other and found one thing. So that triggered me just a bit. I went from 0 to fuming in a heartbeat. I opened the cabinet that held the laundry detergent and about 5 different boxes of dryer sheet. My husband insists on trying but was allergic to. He was just sure that his mom had used dryer to make his clothes and soft, and he deserved the very softest clothes ever because he was God's gift to the world. I had asked his mom what she used, and she said she couldn't use them because she couldn't use them because he was allergic to them. I told him this, but no, he had to be right no matter what she said. He stood there yelling at me for something he had cooked up in his head. So I grabbed a box of the dryer sheets and pulled out a handful and threw them with a lot of laundry I had just put into the dryer. Every other load got a handful, and maybe even two handfuls for some. He was standing right there when I added them to the first load, but failed to add two and two together. That night we went to bed, and I was able to drift off to sleep to the symphony of his snorting as the dryer sheet set off his allergy. Oddly, his skin was a little itchy, and he had a worse head cold for weeks afterward. Then randomly for a month after until of the box of dryers sheet were gone. We have been divorced for a decade, but the scent of dryer paper still put me a smile on my face. Oh my god. I can't stop laughing. Justice really was in the air and also in his sinus. Good for Opie for leaving that man behind because clearly he was allergic to respect too. And that's it for today's batch of chaos, revenge, and poetic justice. If you enjoyed these stories, smash that like button, subscribe for more Reddit tell, and let me know in the comment which story gave you the best dose of satisfaction. Until